Just made him the Kevin Feige of Lucasfilm.
You better be ready. Glorious.
Hello there, welcome to Loki's Burden, where I have the glorious purpose of bringing you nerd culture news and reviews. And once again, we got some Star Wars drama, believe it or not. Everything went off just as I was going to bed last night. All my favourite YouTubers were kind of going online, doing lives about this amazing news that just happened, that just broke. Couldn't really check it out at the time. First thing this morning when I woke up, about 5 hours later, checked the internet when I got to work, you know, as you do. Yeah, it turns out it was old news, wasn't much drama going on at all. So I thought, bit of a letdown. Thinking about it through the day, and it still turns out that there is some news there, I think. Again, I think this is just more evidence of Kathleen Kennedy's unofficial departure from the head of Lucasfilm. Bob Chapek seems to be filling that role now. I think there was a rumour started a few weeks back with a leaked document. Rumours are going around, basically, she's been told, you're on vacation, she may still be going into work, who knows. But as far as Star Wars is concerned, I don't think she's in charge at all. We've seen some of the EU materials being re-released. The Gina Carano Bear Grylls episode was aired finally on Disney Plus, National Geographic. They've actually put Gina Carano up for Best Supporting Actress roles. I don't think that Kathleen Kennedy would do that, even though, you know, they did list just about everyone who has been on The Mandalorian show. There has been evidence in the past of Kathleen Kennedy being out. And I think, again, this leak, or this update, as it were, just confirms that. So what am I talking about? Basically, Dave Filoni got promoted yesterday. Only it didn't happen yesterday. It happened probably back at the end of last year, as they were discussing where they were going to move forward with the future of Lucasfilm. We've all talked, or we've all heard about the Filoni-verse, or the Favloni-verse, or the Favre-verse, whichever way you want to call it. But I think this definitely confirms that Dave Filoni is in charge of that. So The Mandalorian is Jon Favreau's project. Producers were directed and probably heavily written, influenced by Dave Filoni. But we've got the upcoming Ahsoka show. That is Dave Filoni's project. She is his character, basically. So he's overseeing that. Book of Boba Fett, I think he's going to be overseeing that. That's going to be directed by Robert Rodriguez. But I think, again, this confirms that Dave Filoni is going to be in charge of that as well. Unfortunately, the Rangers of the New Republic is no more in development. I think we all know why that is. I think that's just simply because Gina Carano, the star of the show, got fired unceremoniously and humiliated. I'm sure Jon Favreau was not very happy about that. Personally, I hope that he's holding out until, you know, there is such a time where she feels comfortable to come back to the company and they can carry on with that show. Whether she will or not, it's up for, you know, I'll speculate about that in another video if you like. If you don't even know what I'm on about with the Gina Carano situation, leave a comment. I'll do a video explaining all the history there. So yeah, Dave Filoni, he's been promoted, or not, into the Executive Creative Director position, which is basically a new position. And to me, that sounds like they've just made him the Kevin Feige of Lucasfilm. It sounds like he's going to be in charge of the story, of the creative story of Star Wars moving forward, which is, you know, a good move, I think. Some people may have problems with Dave Filoni. He has made some comments. He does seem to toe the line with all the woke agenda that has been going on and, you know, infecting Star Wars recently. But I think overall Dave Filoni's passion is Star Wars. I don't think he really cares about politics. I mean, this is Star Wars. We're talking about identity politics in Star Wars. It just does not make any sense. I mean, one of the main characters is a walking carpet. You know, a Wookiee. Doesn't even speak. You know, there's aliens all throughout the show. Inclusive, you know, of droids, aliens, men and women. You know, Leia was probably the original heroine on, you know, the silver screen. Badass as she was. So yeah, I mean, this whole identity politics in Star Wars is rubbish. It just doesn't even make any sense. The one IP where you shouldn't have it is in Star Wars. You know, just, it's ridiculous. But there we are. So again, yeah, I think this just proves that Kathleen Kennedy is out. Turns out they just, you know, this happened a while ago. They just didn't bother updating their website. So no matter which way you look at it, that was just poor management, I think, at the top there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you are still here, smash the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. All these things help the algorithm out, and, you know, lets YouTube know that people do want to watch the content, listen to what I've got to say. Whether you do or not, that's completely different, but do me a favour, smash the like button. So yeah, Dave Filoni, he's going to be in charge of everything moving forward. by the look of things, executive, creative director. Again, I think that just makes him the Kevin Feige of Lucasfilm, if you like. I think he is going to be in charge of the story. And as far as story-wise goes, I think he's offered some of the best Star Wars that there's been recently. After George Lucas, he is basically the Padawan of George Lucas. I worked alongside him for a long time, learned everything he knows. And George's actual vision and understanding of Star Wars as he conceives it. The conversations they must have had must have been mind-blowing. And if you listen to Dave Filoni talking about Star Wars, it's enthralling. You can't help but admire the man's passion for the stuff. But yeah, I thought it was, that's one of the things about living in the UK, apart from the weather and the government, is the fact that just as I'm going to bed, all this breaking news happened, and I couldn't really cover it. I couldn't stay up any later than I had done. It is a shame that the Rangers of the New Republic isn't going to be going forward as we thought. Maybe they're going to replace it with a different show, I don't know. We do have the Book of Fett coming out at the end of this year. Andor is in development. There are leaks everywhere for that. Set leaks. Obi-Wan I am really looking forward to. I have done some videos on that in the past. I'll try and put them, up there somewhere. Maybe link them in the description below. Check my descriptions out. I do leave some things in there every now and then. Anyway, I think that's just about it. Until next time, farewell. Always got to get that up before we start. I think I've just about covered everything.